So we are discussing the topic capital structure theories. So in the previous class, we understood what is a capital structure and what are the basic things which are considered before deciding the capital structure of an firm. Now, what is a capital structure? Capital structure is nothing but a combination of different sources of finance, basically long-term source of finance. That how much will be the equity, how much should be the preferential capital, and what will be the debt combination. So this long-term capital, how it is combined in a business, it is known as capital structure of a company or a firm. So now three things we have understood which are kept in mind before deciding the capital structure. First is the control aspect. Okay. Okay. If equity shareholders are the owners of the company who will have a controlling interest in the company. So if company wants to maintain the controlling interest in the hands of existing shareholders, then it will go for an debt issue basically, so that control is remain intact. If company is not willing to keep the control intact, then it can issue more preferred equity shares, which will keep on diluting the ownership of the shares of the company. Then another thing which you have to keep in mind before deciding the capital structure is the risk. Okay, what is your risk bearing capacity, etc. If more debt capital is there, risk will also be there, because you should regularly pay interest and repay the amount also. So you should keep that in mind. And cost factor is an important, because we know that equity is the costly source of finance. So you should balance between equity and debt. Okay. Since equity shareholders have the residuary interest in the company, and also their dividend will depend on profits only. So they are having the last repayment of equity shareholder in case of liquidation. So that's why their cost will also be high, because if they are taking more risk, they will demand more returns from the company. So you should keep a balance between debt and equity, keeping in these three factors. And we have also understood that these three are not possible to achieve together because they are conflicting with each other. So finance manager has to take a balanced decision among these three objectives. Then we have seen how to calculate the value of the firm using one illustration. See, EBAT 5 lakh, company 10%, 20 lakh debentures is there. This is the value of debenture. Equity capitalization rate is given. Then we have calculated the market value of equity. How we have calculated? EBAT minus interest will give you the earnings available to equity shareholder. And if you will capitalize this earnings at the KE rate, we will get the value of the equity. Okay. And value of equity plus value of debt will give you the value of the firm, total value of the firm. Okay. Then after that, next part of the question was overall cost of capital. This we have calculated. Overall cost is also called as WACC, weighted average cost of capital. Okay, so this much understood everybody, this illustration everybody, which we have done in the previous class. So this much everybody comfortable, then we can go with the further discussion. Okay, yeah. So read this illustration number 2. Indra Limited has an EBAT 1 lakh. Company makes use of both debt and equity in their capital structure. So this company is following a mix It is having debt also, it is having equity also in its capital structure. It has a 10% debentures, 5 lakh. Okay, firm's equity capitalization rate is 15%. Calculate the total value of the firm and overall cost of capital. Same question. First, we will have to find out the equity value. Debt value is already given in the question. So equity plus debt, if we will add, you will get the total value of the company. First thing. Then second, we can calculate the overall cost of capital. Understood? Same question, small question. So we will try this illustration, then we can solve this. Simple, same procedure. EBIT minus interest. We will get earnings available to equity shareholder. Capital is set at KE percentage. You will get the equity value. Okay, equity value plus debt value will be the value of the firm. First part of question. Then overall cost of capital, you can do it in a tabular method. Okay, equity, debt, then amount, weights, percentage, product, total. Like we have done in the last sum. Same, you can solve it here also. So how we can solve it? First, we will write the basic details. EBIT, rupees 1 lakh. KE is 10%. No, KE is 15%. KD 10%. Debentures is rupees 5 lakhs. So these are the basic details. From which we can calculate the value of equity. So equity value we will have to calculate to find out the total value of the firm. Without that, it is not possible. Particulars, amount, rupees. So EBIT is given 1 lakh less interest. Debt interest is 10% of 5 lakh. How much it will be? 5 lakhs into 10%. So earnings available to equity shareholder 50,000. Okay. K is 15%. So value of equity will be EAS divided by capitalization rate. So this divided by this. How much it will be? 5 lakh. No, 50,000 divided by so value of equity is 3,33,333. So this is the value of equity. Value of firm will be value of equity plus value of debentures, that is debt. Okay. Value of equity is rupees 3,33,333 plus debt is 5 lakhs. So total value of the firm will be how much? 3,33,333 plus 5 lakhs. So it will be rupees 8,33,333. So this is the total value of the firm. Understood this much, everybody? Any confusion? See, 8,33,333 total value of the firm. Same like last previous session only. So this much everybody do. Then we will do the weighted average cost. You can also try yourself. Thank you this much everybody. Thank you this much. Okay. Next, we will calculate the weighted average cost of capital. Particulars, or you can write it as capital also. Capital amount, weight, percentage cost, product, so equity, debt. 3,33,333. Debt is 5 lakhs. Total will be 8,33,333. Weight is divided by total. This divided by total. So you can round it up in your notebook. Cost is equity is 15%. Debt is 10%. Okay. So product of weight into cost. Product of weight into cost. So total WACC or KO, that is the total cost, will be 11.99%. This is the total cost. For total cost, if you will capitalize the EBIT at the total cost, no, then also you will get the same value of the firm. 1 lakh divided by 11.99, you will get the same value, 8,33,000. So if we more precisely use this value, we will get the same 8,33,333. So EBIT capitalized at weighted average cost will also give you the same value of the firm. Understood everybody this much? Note this everybody. So this value is based on EBIT divided by WACC, and this is value of equity plus value of debenture. So two approach you can use. Either you add the equity value and debt value, you will get the value of the firm, or you capitalize EBIT at the WACC or total cost, you will get the value of the firm. Ambika Limited's operating income. Operating income means EBIT, earnings before interest and taxes. It is also called as operating income or net operating income. So net operating income means EBIT, earnings before interest and tax. It is your operating income. 5 lakh. Firm's cost of debt is 10%. Currently, the firm employs 15 lakhs of debt. Overall cost of capital of the firm is 15%. You are required to calculate value of the firm. Very simple. This first part of question you can get in one line. How we can calculate the value of the firm? EBIT is given and overall cost is given. That is WACC. Okay, overall cost. So EBIT divided by overall cost will give you the value of the firm. Simple, no? Very simple question. So EBIT rupees 5 lakhs. KO, that is overall cost or average cost. No, you can call it as WACC, overall cost. Overall cost is 15%. KD is 10%. And debt capital is rupees 15 lakhs. So first we can find out the value of the firm by using this formula. Simple. EBIT divided by KO, overall cost. So 5 lakhs divided by KO is how much? 15%. So total value is 33,333. This is the total value of the firm. Second part of question is cost of equity we have to find out. So first everybody do this part. First part is very simple. EBIT is given, overall cost is given. So capitalize EBIT as average cost, that is weighted average cost of capital. You will get the value of the firm. And very good question for an 1 mark. Conceptual and also very easy to frame an MCQ. Done this much everybody? as far as the second part of question is concerned, no, it will be a lengthy part of the question. Cost of equity we have to calculate. So to calculate cost of equity, first we will have to calculate the value of the equity first. Okay, first thing we will have to calculate the value of equity. Okay, then we will have to make the table of WACC, and in that we will have to calculate cost of equity as a balancing figure. Okay, anybody can tell me what will be the value of the equity? It is a very easy part of this question. What will be the value of the equity? How we can calculate the value of equity? Anybody? How we can calculate the value of equity? Simple, no? Total value of the firm. Total value of firm just now we have calculated. From that, if we will reduce the value of debt, we will get the value of equity. Logical, no? Total value of the firm is 33,33,333. From that, if we will reduce the debt capital 15 lakhs, we will get the value of equity. Understood? So what will be the value of equity? Anybody has calculated? Okay, 11,66,666. So value of equity will be 11,66,666. Now value of equity we have calculated. Value of debt we are having. Cost of debt we are having. Overall cost is given. So we can calculate the cost of equity as the balancing figure. Little bit calculation will be involved. Equity, debt. So amount 11,66,666 and 15 lakhs. Okay. So weight we can calculate, no? Weight will be this divided by this. No, I think some 33,333 minus 15 lakhs. It should be 18 lakh, no? 18,33,333 because total value is 33,333. Yeah. So weight we have calculated, no? Now we can calculate the weight for debt also. Weights we have calculated. Percentage cost. For equity we have to find out. So we will put X. Debt cost we are having 10. Now product if we will do. So it will be 0.55x and this into this. So now you will have to form an equation. That part we will do in the next class because it will take a lot of time to calculate that equation. So you can try that. Equation will be like this. See, this total cost we are already having. So this will be 0.15. So equation you can do as 0.55x plus 0.045 is equal to 0.15. Okay, so if you will solve this equation, you will get the value of X. That will be your cost of equity. So this you can try. We will solve it in the next class. So this is the WACC, which is given in the question. So if all the parameters are given and only one is missing, we can find it out through an equation. Okay. So for today we are stopping here. We will continue in the next class.